239, 239, 239. It is your boy, Young Kelch, a.k.a. one of the worst players in the league, the worst admin out of them all. We also have a few other guests here, as you can see. Welcome to the Faceoff. We got Dmart Gaming, otherwise previously known as Dmart 15. We have Cortez, EA, a.k.a. Cortez. I got 17 million names. We love him, though. We have the other admin on this panel. We have Mr. Anderson. And most importantly, we have DrugMonkey RX, who is absolutely missing in action. He's a bum. Make sure you hit up in chat. Let him know. Thanks for showing up on time. Thank you for wasting our time. We all appreciate that. Drug, if you're hearing this, get the fuck on here. Let's go. All right, I'm going to send it around the horn. First, Anderson, how you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm pretty good. Just woke up from a nice nap, getting ready for a good show. It's been a while, so ready to get back at it.
Cortez?
It feels good to be back here on a media show, good old 239 hockey. I'm happy to be on the Face-Off, the longest running episodic show at 239. Not history, but as of current, so it's good to be back.
Dmart?
Ian, if you're listening, Ian, you're off the draft sheet.
You hate to see it. And he's not seen here, but thank you to Johnny Blaze for running the back setup here for the stream, so we love it. All right, so real big here. We're going to just kind of kick it off here. We have Season 18 coming up, guys. It looks to be one of the biggest draft pools we've had in quite some time. Cortez, you've been here for a lot longer than I have. Same thing goes for you, Dan. What are your thoughts when you see like an extended list of draftees or draft-eligible people?
Start it off, Dan.
Okay.
Well, you want to question how many links did Flanny throw out? Now, did he pay to get these links? No, I'm just kidding. When you first see this happen, you're like, whoa, who are these people? You look at the referrals, you do your homework. It's not rocket science because in this league, you got to refer somebody, and obviously you got to put a name down to first get in the league. So that's okay. And most people know each other. So for me and guys like Cortez, who've been here for a while, and I don't know, Cortez really hasn't been a captain recently, but he might be a bit more out of the loop. But I think in a week, Cortez will know everybody. He'll be doing the top 10 highlights, so he'll get to know everybody too. But before the draft starts, yeah, it's tough. Especially like if you're a new captain or something like this, because there are probably going to be new captains. Like Mash is going to be a captain, but he's also bringing in players. I don't know, so it's exciting. It's just I want to see these new guys like everybody else.
Well, like Dan said, I don't know everybody that's in the league anymore. I haven't captained since I think season 8. I haven't even played since Dan. When did we win the belt?
15 or 16? Yeah,
either 15 or 16, whatever it was. I haven't even played since then, so a lot of names are going to be unfamiliar to me. But going off like 130 people, I think is what the number's at. It's awesome to see 239 have those kind of numbers and know that at a point in time we had, we replaced a lot of people like Luca D, who have like Stealth Luca D that's gone. You had Joe Fish. You had a bunch of other names that aren't signed up anymore, but we've had good talent come in and kind of replace them because I smacked something off my desk, so that's cool. Here's a shaker cup, so it's not a big deal. But I mean, it's really awesome to see the draft pool get up there, and I think that as 239 develops and grows more, I think more people need to step up to the plate and try to be captains as well. Give it a try. I know a big thing is like that skill based. Try to match it up with talent, but I'll tell you this: when I captained the season I captained, I was one of the worst skill wise captains, other than maybe ability, and we both had still won a belt while being a captain. So you get the right people with the right knowledge, they have a shot. But like I would absolutely shit the bed as a captain right now. I don't know half the league. I'll learn it in a little time though.
Well, there you go then.
All right, Anderson, I'll send it to you next. I mean, as an admin, you see it on both sides. What are your thoughts here right now?
Yeah, I mean, for us, it's kind of a mix of excitement, like, hey, look, our league's getting bigger and better, and also, that little bit of fear, like, okay, damn, there's a lot of new people that we gotta kind of manage and keep an eye out for this year. But I mean, getting new people is always good. It's always nice to have a big list. Anytime you're getting, new talent into the league, and hopefully these guys will be here for a while and become, regulars in 239. So all in all, I think it's a good thing. It should be hopefully a pretty parity filled season with the list of captains that we do have so far. It's pretty stacked. So I think we should have another good season in store like we usually do.
And I'll round it out here. So basically, here's my take on it, right? Welcome to 239. Don't be a fucking douche. Simple, right? I referred you to the league, right? Do your part. to just not be a douchebag. That's literally all we really ask. Show up for game time. Don't quit. Don't request trades, and do your part as a teammate to whatever team actually gets on your team.
And shout out Joe Thornton. Let's throw it back even more.
Jesus Christ.
Dan knows what I'm talking about. Dan knows what I'm talking about.
What, Joey?
Dude, he's a Leaf now. How about that? I almost forgot about that.
No, not that Joe Thornton.
I know, but since you said that, I just randomly thought that. We stole Dmart.
It was announced today. Him, Matthews, and Marner will be aligned together.
So am I supposed to go ahead and get some sort of jersey hanging behind me? I mean, is that just the plan we got here? Dan, Ando. I mean, Cortez got a green screen last time.
I have a jersey.
Last time Cortez was on a show, he didn't even have a fucking green screen. So the guy's moving up in the world, ladies and gentlemen. Just keep
Kelch, you host the show and you have fuck all behind you except for a bed usually. So
don't forget the cape.
I don't think you really talk.
Yo, the cape is over there. I can grab it in 2 seconds. All right, it can be done. Since we talked about the referrals, I do want to mention this though. If you haven't checked, there is a new rule that's been kind of amended a little bit that is going to be official starting at this point. So keep this in mind. Moving forward, if you invite or refer 2 or more people to the league, and then 2 or more of those referrals that you bring in one season get Rule 1 in the rookie season, that particular person, whoever referred them, is up for potential chance to be Rule 1 themselves. That's up to admin discretion. So kind of keep that in mind. Make sure if you're going to be willing to, refer someone to the league, do your part to make sure you're not just handing it out to anyone and their mother. You know what I mean?
I'd be fucked. I have 2 IRLs that got Rule 1 from this league.
Yeah, and that's what I said. It's up for admin discretion. It's not guaranteed you get 2 guys gone, you're fucking gone. That's not necessarily the point. We're not trying to just purposely kick out good members, but we do need to make sure we're not getting some sort of habitual kind of situation where that's always coming up. That's not what we want. We say it all the time. We want to make sure the league is growing organically, so that's kind of what we're focused on. We don't want a Bartlett from whatever season ago that was, just a few seasons back, where the first time we had to completely eliminate an entire team. That's the only time that's happened in this league, and we plan to keep it that way. I'm going to go ahead and...
his 13th pick. Can't fault that guy.
Dude, he drafted me in the first fucking round. Talk about an absolute idiot. The draft should have stopped right there, all right? And we should have done it all over. We should have
Let's talk about how Dan and I bullied Monster J into quitting. You remember that? Remember that, Dan?
Look...
I don't know if we bullied the guy, but he wanted to. No, dude, he just didn't want to play. Remember, he's like, "Nah, I can't play." No, I forget what it was. We waited though for half an hour, and then we still swept.
Okay, but here's another it's
I wasn't giving him a sim win. They didn't deserve a sim win. You know what I mean? That's all he wanted.
Here's the silver lining. Even if Bartlett didn't draft me in the first round, Monster J with the later 2 picks later in the draft also was planning to draft me in the first round. So both guys, they should have been ruled off of their thought process alone. All right, done with that. So what I want to talk about, and I'm going to flip it back to, before we get into kind of discussing more Season 18 stuff, we do have Season 17 to kind of discuss. We have the finals going on. If y'all don't know, In the Crease will be bringing the finals, games 5 through 7 potentially, on Tuesday night. So be sure to tune into that. Odd Guy's team is up 3-1 against none other than, Hergy himself, Hergalicious, or the Herg Zone Master, whatever you want to call him. He's got a bunch of names. Gallo wants me to let y'all know that it's butt cheek builds and net still, and they've got a shot. So here's what I'll say. Cortez, I'm going to skip going to you first because your red hat's pissing me off. But fine. Dan, have you watched any of, and how much of this series have you actually tuned into? I know you've played both teams. The series is 3-1 in favor of Odd. Is that kind of where you expected it to be after night 1 with them using dub, or what's your thoughts right now?
Well, who's the center for Wash? That's the first question.
That'd be Hergy. He's a Selkie nominee.
That was a joke. I was trying to take a dig at him, but it didn't work, and now I got a rebound. So basically what's going to happen is I didn't watch it at all. I asked questions. Basically what Hergs told me was they came out flat, kind of. But here's the bit. Reverse sweeps happen all the time, so it's 3-0. That's all they need. They just need to win one night. So it's win a series, sweep a series. I mean, they should have closed it. It went to overtime, right? So it's really And the time off, like there's time off now, right? So like I don't know. I know Herc said they got run over the first night. So I mean, but if you have time to heal and then the momentum's gone and you just need to win 3 games, I think they can do it. They got the talent, but I mean, Odds Guys team's awesome too. So I mean, it's just we'll see. Dub's not there, right? So we'll see.
Well, so here's my take on this. You mentioned a reverse sweep. And in the finals, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the last team to be reverse swept in the finals was none other than when your co-captain, Dominator Silver. So why do I keep calling him Silver? Like, am I stupid? Am I stupid? I'm stupid. Just put a check mark over there. I'm stupid, right? So Dom Silva, right? Jesus Christ, I can't believe I fucked it up again. So Dom Silva over here, right, gets reverse swept in the finals. You know, he's feeling himself. One of his players, he won't be mentioned here, right, but decided to take a vacation, try to play on Wi-Fi connection and fucking Maui or wherever the hell he was. It was just AIDS. You know, plan your vacations accordingly, guys. But Dan, do you think reverse sweep will happen? I'm giving you the chance to make the prediction right now.
No, I mean, no. What are the chance? 10% chance? 15? No.
Huh. Okay. Ando, thoughts, concerns, questions, predictions for the finals? What do you have here? We're getting a reverse sweep.
I mean, originally I thought Odd Guys team was going to win 4 or 5. I mean, the only thing that makes me nervous is I think Dub had a point on every single goal that they scored throughout the night in all 4 games. I think maybe 1 goal or 2 goals that he didn't have a point on. And obviously he's not playing next series, or not next series, but the game was 5-7. So somebody's going to have to kind of pick it up. I think Odd Guys team will win it. I don't think there'll be a reverse sweep, but I think they'll probably win it in like 6 or 7. I don't know. It'll be tough though. It'll be interesting to watch, but I don't see the reverse sweep. I think All Guys team will hold on. They're just too deep. There's no holes in the lineup. Even with Roman coming in, I mean, he's still pretty damn good himself. So I think they'll sneak at least 1 in there.
So I think this one ends in 5, and if they don't finish it in 5, it goes 7 guaranteed. There's no game 6 that's going to be decided. I just don't see it. It is what it is. Cortez, I'm just going to ask you, do you even know who's on either roster?
No, I don't.
All right. All right, bet.
He probably knows the names because he does.
So what's your prediction
10s,
then?
but he probably doesn't know.
So I'll tell you this.
That being said, what's your prediction for the series?
Well, I'm trying to remember, like, prior to the season, I believe I said Float and Odd Guy had 2 of the better drafts. So it doesn't surprise me that the team Dubson's in the finals and they're up 3-1. Who's the center replacing him? I'm assuming he's center.
He plays left wing.
He plays left wing.
So who's going to that left wing for him?
Roman 95. He's a rookie.
Okay, I don't know him.
He scores goals. That's what he does.
Well, here's my way to look at it, man. EA Sports developed this game. There's going to be 1 bad game regardless for either team. It just needs to be 1 bad game in favor of for Odd Guy to work out without Dub there. I think it's like you said. It's either 5 or it's 7. I'll stick with that. I'm going to go with Odd Guy though, just because I love Odd and he's a vet. But fuck you, Odd.
But fuck you, Odd. Can we get that in quotations from Cortez there at the top? Thanks, Johnny Blaze. But no, in all seriousness, no. Good luck to both teams. Whoever comes out, claim themselves a belt. Most of the rest of the league at this point is ready to just move on to season 18, right? So the eyes will be on y'all on Tuesday. After that point, though, it's good riddance, and we'll focus on from there. So speaking of which, from that series, you have none other than Brick City, a.k.a. the Vesna runner-up. Now, this bum decides to play in net for a season, and he doesn't win it with 7 shutouts and almost every goalie statistic in his favor. Before I get into my soapbox, kind of talking about how voting should be done, Anderson, do you have any comments about Brick not winning Vezina?
Yeah, the voters let him down. I mean, I get it. He can be fucking annoying and, obnoxious and, all those things that Brick is. But he got robbed. I mean, I think the awards in general, I ain't going to lie, were kind of fucked up this year. I don't know what the hell y'all were smoking. You guys were hanging out with me and Marine Mike and Puffington or something, because some of these results, like Dmart for Norris, Jesus. Some of these results are pretty whack. And yeah, I mean, as much as we all like to make fun of Brick, he definitely probably should have won the Vezina. I mean, Cripps is the better goalie, but the better stats, I think, is who should win. And this season, Brick definitely had the best stats. So that's how I feel about that.
Was the team that Brick was, or not Brick, the team that Cripps was on, are they significantly worse than Odd's team?
Yeah. Significantly,
yes.
Yeah. They made the playoffs. They made the playoffs, but they were
talent-wise are okay. Well, I mean, if you match them up, are you? So let me ask you this question, okay?
They had the better of the Martin brothers that play defense on his team, though. So.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Anyway,
I mean, Cripps had to do more, but when you finish first in every single stat.
No, I agree with you.
Second as far as you fall, it's like...
Yeah, I'm just saying it in the sense of, like, sometimes you have a shitty team where a goalie does really well on that team that they do deserve to be put up for that Vezina trophy, because it's the idea that they really did have to do a lot more than, stat-wise, the number one goalie. I'm not saying Cripps did that because, again, I didn't pay attention to this stuff.
He did.
But you guys are totally right, though, in the sense of that Brick is Brick. Brick knows that if he doesn't win an award, even though he should win it, it's because he's Brick. So hopefully he doesn't take it too hard, but you're totally right. The stat line wise, 7 shutouts to 3 shutouts, kind of, save percentages are pretty close. Goals against average, I think, was better for Brick instead of Cripps. So, I mean, it is what it is. They both did really solid, but Brick probably should have earned it for once.
So in seasons past, Brick, lost other awards, sure, whatever, than Norris. The guy's never won a Norris because he's such a bum. But, he goes ahead and, he talks about how it's popularity contest, right? So this season, he tries to switch his entire MO. And what does he try to do? He tries to campaign for an award, right? And campaigning for the award, in my personal opinion, lost him the award. Because it was better for certain people to just post the pictures of them not voting for him just for the reactions than it was to actually vote correctly.
Can I ask you a question, too? How did you guys do the voting this year? Did you do everybody votes?
Yeah.
So
for the main awards, yes.
So we didn't. So it kind of went. I'm not saying backwards, but it changed from how we used to do, like the committee of people that would vote to that.
I think Pale Opponent just picks the winners, right? Isn't that the rumor?
Shut up. Shut up.
Yeah.
No. Pale's just put up 4 every award. No, Pale's just put up 4 every award.
Pale's been up for a Selkie 17 seasons in a row.
No matter what, even if he's not playing center. Even if he's only goalie, he's put up for Selkie.
Oh, I just know that.
Man. Okay, so Dan, obviously
he hasn't. But take the joke.
Go ahead, Dan. Go ahead. What are your thoughts here? Obviously you're a B Crips lover, and you're about to spend 50
bonds
on
the best one.
You're about to spend 50 bonds on him this season. So tell me what you feel about the guy. Did he deserve it?
Yeah, he had 7 shutouts. Cripps had 1, but but he didn't have a better save percentage, which comes to play. So you're like, okay, what kind of team? And honestly, if you put Cripps on that team he's on, he's probably going to dominate even more. So it's hard to tell. But if we're going by who had the better season, it's not B Cripps. It's Brick, and I voted for him, even though he came across as a fucking heel in wrestling. So whatever.
Okay.
B Cripps should have came in second, in my opinion, but I don't. That's 1 vote out of how many people in the league voted. So there you go. But I think Brick should have won. He had 7 shutouts.
I can't say this.
I don't know if it was 1 vote. I hope it's
this season. We did have the most turnouts in regards to votes for any awards in league history. So turnout-wise, good job everyone for making sure you got your votes in. Next time, and I'll say it right now because this is what here's the bit, bud, right? In famous words of Dmart Gaming.
That's famous of Daly that I stole from him hard, and I keep it going.
We don't talk about guys that have been retired 17 times.
I keep it going for him, okay? He's doing hard work during COVID.
Kelch, we respect the icon here.
This is for the icon.
I didn't get my eyes. I didn't get none of the equipment. I didn't get none of my anything. So the guy.
Where's your bubble? Where's your bubble maker?
Come through for me, man. Look, I'm over here drinking regular ass water. Okay, the guy didn't come through, man.
Hey, where's your bubble?
Daly's played 1 of the last 8 seasons. Got drafted 4th overall. I think came in 2nd last place. So
we'll see that works, man. You can't draft just based off the name. X to the D to the A to the L to the Y is a B to the U to the M. You know what I'm saying? You got to draft accordingly.
I think he needs a redemption season. If he's listening, I think he needs.
I hope he is. I welcome him back. He's welcome on the show. If he's tuning in right now, you can hop on this damn show and just blow smoke up everyone's ass.
If you're talking about Daly, I'll get him on the horn right now while he's making one of those Mr. Beast burgers. Have him come in here and just blow smoke.
No, he's flipping noodles, man. He's flipping.
He's been
noodles.
gone so long that I'm winning Norris's now. It's not good.
It's getting ridiculous.
I gotta quote that.
I don't even want to touch on the fact that you didn't deserve the Norris, but if you want to bring it up, Dan, I'll do it for you. Okay, you did not deserve the Norris. I know you're gonna say, well, if you look at the numbers, blah blah blah. I don't give a rat's ass, Dan. All right, this came down to a few people's race. One of them wasn't even fucking nominated, and Cougar Hunter. How did we not get him nominated is beyond me. Secondly, you have 88X Kane, and then you have this guy Greg, if you haven't heard of him, aka Chunky Feces or whatever his fucking gamer Rapid Calf, and then enter 5 different random numbers. That guy. In my opinion, that's the top 3 when it comes to Norris options. So and Cortez, Cortez is always a Norris nominee. He wasn't even playing, but he almost won it. He was right there. But But Dan, you didn't deserve the Norris, and that's my official statement, man.
Kelch, there's a reason I'm drinking my beer out of my own cup here. Okay,
it's a nice cup. By the way.
It actually is a nice cup.
And it's because of this, Kelch. Sure, I didn't get the most points. The points don't matter. It doesn't matter at all. But I had a good season. I got nominated. That's all that counts. I didn't want to win. Okay. But I got nominated. And like I said, it goes back to the people vote. So there's some rookies that maybe the guys don't know. That happens to rookies, if we're being honest. So maybe Greg did have a better season, but I got the upper hand on him, so fuck him. And also, I only took 8 penalty minutes, and Greg took 26. So suck my dick. Okay.
All right. So that's your official statement. Anderson, I can go to you, but I already know the answer. I'm just here to listen to the sound.
Anderson got snubbed. He didn't even get nominated.
We gave the Norris
He was a
to a guy who got swept against a team that didn't even have MASH playing. They subbed no MASH, put in Magilla, and this motherfucker got swept.
Oh, so one
this
series.
Guy
so
was
these
your
guys
Norris.
bring up one series.
This guy was your Norris. Okay, how about the series against us? We're up down 4-0 in the 3rd period, and on this guy's side, we bury 5 goals in 1 period to come back and win.
So we've got
Loses
2.
the series for his team.
We've got 2.
All right, so let's go to the next one. Here we go.
This doesn't count towards the Norris, nominee, voting process.
It's all context. It's all context. This is your winner.
They're just so jealous. Guys, I don't even have to bring it up. They just attack. Oh my god!
It is what it is.
The guy who should have won wasn't even nominated. That's why I said the words were whack.
Sorry, I had 8 penalty minutes. Was second in the league in points on defense and had 3. I'm sorry.
I'm not really mad at you.
Guys.
I'm mad that Cougar Hunter wasn't on the list.
Are you listening to me? Are you listening to me?
Yes, we can see you too.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, Dan.
Gala, get him, Gala. Back
Let
me
me
up.
tell you something, anytime you lose to Young Kelch in the playoffs,
you don't act like I voted for it.
You pack it up. If you lose to Young
Kelch, I got Kelch who put up 40 points on his
back.
own team, and his guy got 90, and he's telling me, okay, I'm done. Having a cigarette. Fuck, Kelch triggered me.
I feel like we're back on
the triggering me.
I feel like we're back on the sober show.
All right, let's
playing poker there and shit.
Kelch got me. Get one to Kelch for the trigger and Ando for a 0.5 on the trigger. Okay, let's next topic.
We have done our job to make this.
This is how much this guy cares. This is why he kind of deserves the Norris.
Well, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I mean, I had
on it. Here we go.
Yo, I love it because Dan is notorious for saying, this is an online hockey league. We don't.
Wait.
But secretly, he fucking cares more than anyone in this fucking league. It is
easily.
What fucking gets him up in the morning.
Ian's telling me to light this smoke up here, so we're going to do it.
Dude, we should get rid of our Faceoff logo and just have Dmart with the hockey helmet as the logo.
Jesus Christ.
The epitome of
Johnny Lou, TSN.
At least Cortez didn't fucking attack me. Just was like, he'll be all right. He'll be all right.
Cortez hasn't watched a game in 3 seasons since your cup fucking win.
Oh, since we went 12-0 in the final? Oh, in the play? Oh, my God. Sorry, I bring that up, too. Okay.
We're not bringing up playoffs. Me and Ando can do the same damn thing. That doesn't count.
I'm undefeated for a whole season. Fuck it.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. All right, so we're done with awards. If there's other awards you want to talk about, hit them up in the chat. We'll do our best.
Selfie nominee.
We'll kind of go out about talking about it. But other than that, let's move to talking about this captain's list. All right. I'm going to pull it up here now because I did have it already pulled up, but it's somewhere close. All right. So here's our captains. I'm going to talk to you, Cortez, directly because Anderson, well, he just looks like an idiot right now. So, Cortez.
He looks like a beautiful idiot. Don't you dare slander me.
You're not wrong, though. You're not wrong. All right. So we have co-captains, Dmart Gaming, and his, I cannot call him a co-captain because it's Dom Silva, but, like, what is Dom really going to do? Like, nothing, right? He's there for the draft.
I mean, Dom's got some insights of people Dan might not know about.
Rumor has it he makes the best pie chart in 239 history. Okay?
Say that one more time. I didn't hear you.
I said rumor has it he still makes the best pie charts in 239 history.
Listen, it's either, 75% says it's a good pie chart. The other 25% says it's still a good pie chart, but in red. So I enjoy those.
That's facts. All right. Other than that, we have co-captains Pale Poner and Croydon Knight. We have Belly 35. We have Mashotpa, Hergy, who's in the finals right now. We have SBDR, Young Buffalo, who made it to the semifinals. You have Pogs returning to a captain spot.
Oh boy.
You have two captains that are in this season and as rookie captains, Flaming Dwagon, right? And I hate saying his fucking name.
I fucking love it. I love it.
You know how much I have to make sure in my head I say don't say it wrong before I fucking pronounce it. And then Cabriolet. All right. And then we also have Ozzy coming back to captain for the first time in a few amount of years, to be honest, but he's done it before. That one odd guy who is one win away from potentially claiming a belt himself, and then Swizzworld, who's captained each of the last seasons. So you have, and that's 13 captains right there. Yes or no, when I say I feel like this is one of the deepest, strongest captains list we've had in 239 history.
Absolutely. I mean, from the outside perspective of me, I know everybody on this list for the most part, like skill-wise, other than the good old Flaming Dwagon. Love saying the name, by the way. I don't know his skill-wise, but I mean, if you guys have invited him back to captain after I've seen him captain before, he must be solid. And that is like, I mean, I'll bring up the topic of conversation because we can touch it real quickly. It's like with the signups thing that happened today. I mean, Kelch, I shared my thoughts with you personally a couple days ago when it was said like we might close the signups like, a day or two early, or I mean, not a day or two early, like, in a couple of days. And I was like, why? Like, it's a sense of community. Like, let's let people know ahead of time. And then obviously it was told for Sunday. I was like, they did it right. Okay. And now it's midday Sunday and they're closed and it's because of captains and whatnot. It's more than understandable because I mean, sometimes, I mean, like you said, with the Bartlett season, you get a captain that even if skill-wise they're good, but they don't understand what they're doing, it can ruin an entire season for a whole team. And then it ruins it because people get rule one, people quit, people like I even said it myself, I get passive aggressive, whether it's intentional or not, on a team that's absolute dumpster fire because a captain fucked up. And it's very frustrating. So it's more than understandable. I think for a captain's list in general, though, this is a very solid list. Dan and Dom, Pale and Croydon Knight. You have is Jelly still captaining? I didn't know if you mentioned his name. Yep. So Jelly's solid as well. Mash, I know, is a good player. Herg's in the finals. SBDR is a great winger. Young Buffalo can play a couple spots. He's doing well. Pogs is a veteran of the league. He also knows the LG scene pretty well. Flaming Dwagon, don't know him, but great name. Cabaret, I know he's a solid player. Ozzy, that odd guy. And you said one more. Swizzy World?
Yeah, Swizz.
Yeah.
So Swizzy, I don't know a lot about. I mean, I paid a little bit of attention, but I mean, for a captain's list, you're pretty solid. At least you're not getting drafted by Master Shotgun while he puts himself at left D. So you're in.
Wow.
I just want to burst his bubble.
It's funny you mention that because he has signed up this season as forward only.
All right, I'm going to go straight Endo.
Continue the show without me. I'll be right back.
Endo.
Oh yeah, just take a little duck.
Just straight off the chat with that
Too.
one. So, we got two.
Dude, I've had on like I think every show. I don't know. It's cold as fuck down where I do this shit. Like my slippers on.
I'm in the basement. It's getting chilly.
Hoodie on. Yeah, I mean I'm always cold.
Shotgun, as your friend, I have this bat here. I'm gonna need you to change your sign up real quick. All right. If you don't change it to have goalie on it, you deserve to go waiver and Marine Mike gets a shot. So let's just keep that right here. Anyway, continue. Send it on to someone. I think it's a good captain list. We're good. Moving on.
Anderson, what about you?
I mean, I think it's a great captain list. It's probably the best or second best list that I've seen since I've been here in like the, 8 or 9 or so seasons I've been here. Not a single guy that, you wouldn't really be happy to play for, at least like talent wise. So that's always good. And I don't think there's too many fucking losers other than this guy who's ducking below the screen right now with the Sharks hat on. Definitely don't want to go to his team.
So hold on, did everybody just go and grab a hat just to have a hat on now? Is that what just
I
happened?
think so. I'm watching the stream. And I'm just like looking at everybody leaving. I'm like, is everybody getting a hat? That's really what's going through my head, But yeah, no, it's a great captain's list. So I'm pumped to play for any one of those captains. So
Rumor has it we're missing a name here. It looks like X Mr. Anderson O. That's yeah?
never heard of him.
Never heard of him?
I'm Mr. Ando 69. I don't know if you've looked at that.
Yeah, okay, Mr. Ando 69. Put it in, pencil it in, boys. Soon to be.
He's a
Dan,
rookie. Can't.
You're a captain this season already, so what are your thoughts about your opponents? What do you think right now?
Oh, it should be good. Just depends on how they draft. If they don't do well, don't get their boys. How many holes they have. We all know that gotta have a full team in this league, so it basically comes down to who spends too much on somebody and has a big hole, and that's going to be a big factor. Other than that, like if you look at the teams in the finals now, not too many holes, right? Especially now with the league with a lot more better captains. Each team's going to probably have a bit more better draft strategy, I'd say. So, but there's still going to be that maybe a couple teams that just don't get that slight edge. So I think that's going to be it.
It's nice that everybody has a go-to guy at the start, though. Everybody's got just a
spend 45 on Dub as a part-timer and just fuck themselves right off the hop. I hope that, but I don't think so. Like if you look at the names, everybody's got so much experience, right? So it's like, maybe somebody wants their guy and they'll spend like maybe 5 more buds over like the norm, but like hopefully it won't be like 15 to 20. If sometimes you see that. But,
with an auction draft, hopefully,
or like somebody, trade somebody right away. Like I wouldn't want somebody to just bid on somebody and just trade them right away for somebody less just because they want. I don't know. So we'll see. It always happens. It always happens. So yeah, it always.
You don't
happens.
like any trades, but
Someone
you're
will
like anti-trade.
It could be me this year, but somebody's
you don't like to
fuck
have
up
fun.
hard.
Wait, are we doing auction or snake?
It's auction, right?
It's going to be auction.
Okay.
It was nearly a unanimous vote amongst.
I don't know why all you fucks love auction drafts so much.
Look,
you get a chance at everybody.
Yeah.
Parody.
Don't get
It's
handcuffed into like
239 parody.
Wait, you know what? I was just gonna say.
My brother. That's good.
Well, I was just gonna say. You know what? For
3
parody
months.
reasons, I get it. But that was the whole reason I won when I was a captain was a snake draft. I didn't trade my picks. I knew exactly what talent I was gonna get in every round. Obviously, things worked out trade wise and whatnot still, but. It's the idea of using your head and knowing where certain pieces fit into a puzzle and see who can actually be the best captain. But again, I literally just said 10 minutes ago that you can be a good player and still not know what you're doing, make a whole team miserable, make people quit. So whatever people go for.
All right, so I'm reading chat. I see Schwartz goes ahead and puts, I'm only as good as the players around me not named Kelch. For that comment right there, I hope you just realized that you're still a Detroit Lions fan, bitch. All right.
Kelch, I got a question for you, actually.
What's up?
How do you feel about that? You could be in the finals right now if you just benched yourself and played the best lineup that you had available to your team.
Wow, that's offensive.
My best lineup.
See, I didn't even attack you, and you've attacked me 6 times this show, Kelch. But I'm going to support his attack, so that's like a 0.5 attack on you. Go ahead, Kelch.
My guy.
I put out my best lineup.
Oh, you played, buddy.
Yes, I
We
did.
all saw you out there.
put out my-
All the
I put out my
backhands
best-
skating into the wall. Just praying that Schwartz would score like 14 goals, which he did. But
Which he did.
yeah.
Anderson, did you or did you not get swept by my team in the regular season?
Oh, we got smoked, buddy.
All
Smoked.
right, pipe down, little kid.
We lost to Kurdog.
Pipe down, little buddy.
We lost to
All right.
everybody. We
Let's
picked
put
up
that
silver
ego
enough
with
and
you.
did win a
Let's
series
put
over
one
the rest of the
series.
Put
year.
that 40 bot ego back in the box and let's move on to the next topic, okay? The real question here is, Cortez, what kind of popcorn we eating, buddy?
It was like a mix. I decided to take the divider out, and there's like sugarized. You know what? That's a great question. I don't know what this is. It tastes good though.
Okay, next question. How long have you
Caramel.
had it? Is it been like 4 weeks old?
Christmas from my grandmother.
Hey, that thing is almost empty, so she did a good job. That's all I got to say.
Oh fuck yeah! And you know what, Dub? All I'm picturing is you and I having a good time right now. That's all I'm picturing, buddy.
All right, what's next, Coach?
Well, the next question is, I want to send it around and ask everyone, since we're an hour after we technically would have started. We still are without DrugMonkey RX. Where do we think Drug is?
Probably popped a Viagra like an hour before the show, and just he's busy. That's it.
We probably should check in on him. He could be dead. He is kind of.
Maybe took 2. Heart attack.
Jesus Christ.
I'm just kidding. He's
maybe,
like 65.
Maybe him and Nick the Greek are somewhere in a party just bitching about randomness. That would be my guess. Does anyone actually check?
What?
I mean, good look online. He's probably just playing 6s right now, and they're old as fuck. And
He doesn't even deserve the airtime. He didn't show up. Next topic.
Well, next topic is, Dan, about the NHL purposes, how your Sharks gonna do? I'm just gonna go around. We got our hats on, so I gotta ask everyone. I'm gonna ask Cortez in a second about his AARP team. But first we're gonna go ahead and ask you, Dan. How the Sharks gonna do?
The division's fucked, the new divisions, and we'll probably finish bottom half, hopefully the top of the bottom half. But Eric Carlson's been off for a while, so he'll get his whatever the fuck's wrong with him, his knee, his ass, his tailbone, his everything. Brent Burns is 35, 36. So if they don't do it this year or next year, it's going to be a sad rebuild for the Sharks. So we had our chances. I'm not going to lie. So
yeah,
next someone else. It's just
Cortez?
too depressing for San Jose. We had Danny Healy at one point.
How's the old
50
man-
and 05 or whatever the fuck it was.
07.
How's the old
Thank
man?
you. Thank you. Thank you. And slap me Cortez if I see you.
I'll tell you that I did not expect us to sign Chara. That was interesting.
That was random as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, our defense last year sucked, and I think our GM is just really trying to address that. Our defense will not be the issue this year. But I mean, our team's all right. Our division's tough, but it's all right. So I won't talk about it forever because I could, but we can move on.
You read Herg's comment and you got really
All right, and for those that don't know, Anderson, you're a Leaf fan, so here's your time to talk.
Nobody cares about the Leafs.
All right, your time is done. That's about the amount of time they'll spend in the playoffs. All right, so
That was good.
And then my Stars. We'll see. We're without Sagan for a bit. We'll see how we fare. We get to play the Sharks in a division with them for a bit, so those are some easy W's. But other than that, we'll have a fun time. All right. Outside of pointless banter, I'm going to talk about this because if we mentioned it a little bit. We have 13 captains. We have a shit ton of draftee eligible players. We have enough for more teams. Okay, they're not trying to beat around the bush or hide from anything or anything like that. We have enough for 17 teams, I think, something like that.
17 teams.
We're obviously not going to 17 teams. We want to make sure, for parity purposes, we have the best setup we can. So we want to make sure any captains, if we add captains at this point, are going to be solid captains to this draft pool. Right? Cortez kind of touched on it a little bit earlier, where you don't want to sit up and get a team in a situation where they're really going to be kind of miserable for 2.5, 3 months. Right? Mm-hmm. Obviously, we're short seasons here in 239. We have quick turnaround season to season. That's kind of like a benefit of our league. We want to make sure everything's fair. We had a very rough team last year, right? And Kerdog, who recommend, shout out to him for actually stepping up and captaining because we needed a captain last year, right? But we also, dealt with that issue where, hey, we selected a guy to fill in a captain spot late, and then things didn't go out too well, and then he traded his best player for a box of nickels. So, I mean, that can't happen, right? So we want to do our part to make sure, as admins, we make sure we put the league in the best situation to where the league's going to continue to thrive. Whether that be, new people that, haven't yet come forward saying, hey, I've been in this league for X, Y, Z, however many seasons it is, fuck it, I'm willing, to captain. If so, hit me up. There's a few guys I've reached out to already that, either I've got a no from that maybe you'll change your mind. Or you're on the fence. I don't know. But if you are, reach out to us. We're trying to figure out exactly how we're going to approach this. That's to be determined. So, with that being said, Dan, you're a captain. You've been here long enough. What are your thoughts in that regards? I want to just kind of throw it to you here and see, what is your thought from someone that's not in the admin group? Like, how do you picture this unfolding? Like, what would you rather see?
I was just reading the chat, to be honest, Kelch, and the question kind of got past me a bit, but I think I know where it's going. You're asking about adding a new captain, right? Like, and how many players, right? Is that what
would you rather have a lot of teams, or would you rather keep it to
So it's like you got to get a good guy. I mean, we've committed this far to get good captains, so I think as you guys as admin should commit to making it not chucking in a guy at the end just to please maybe 6 guys. And it's unfortunate, but for the league to grow and to be successful, no one wants to shit on a team, to watch a team go 1-25 or something. Yeah. A team that goes 10 and whatever, irrespective, they just, shit happens, but some teams do really go down that road when you chuck them into the deep end and they sign up last minute. And you can't blame the admins because, hey, man, you guys are doing this shit for free. And, guys are like, oh, I'll run a team. And we've had, like I said, we're not going to bring up names, but let's just use Bartlett. Like, I don't know if he was a captain all the time or he was a fill-in, but it felt like maybe he jumped in or maybe another guy. All I'm saying is, like, let's not rush it. It's only 3 months, season short. You're in the Discord. If you don't make a team, everybody's playing games every night anyway. So it's like eventually you're going to get in a rotation. But I think for the better of the league, we keep it to like, let's make sure that guy knows what he's doing before we just throw a guy in there and maybe get another bottom feeding team. Because I've been here for a long fucking time and I've seen the Dailies Rejects and they actually named the team the Dailies Rejects. And that's not even a good start. You're joining a team called a Guy's Rejects. So, I mean, we've come a long way and I don't think I want to go back to that.
Anderson, thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with Dmart. You can't fill the league up with teams just for the sake of filling it up. It's got to be the right people. Just for the same as new people joining the league. We don't just want new people just for the sake of having new people. We want the right new people. People that are going to be good people first and foremost, not a douchebag, and then commit to the league and having a good time here. So I think probably 15, 16 teams is probably where we're going to end up, and it's probably the appropriate number for the season. And I mean, you can get a really competitive season and good playoff, picture from that. So I think that's probably what's going to happen, and that's what we should do. But can't please everybody. So whatever.
I will say that respect to the admins, I think it was season 15 was the first season that we allowed part-time co-captains. Is that what we did?
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
I'm not an admin, but I really like that dynamic. And I mean, we still see seasons later that it's being used. And I think it's actually really good that we get a chance to see some players captain a little bit. Like, I mean, if I was a little more ingrained into 239, like I used to be, I might have co-captained with somebody else because I'm only part-time. But, I mean, you're right. But, I like the idea of it. I mean, it gives people like Dub, Wizzy, like Dan's doing it this season, Dom Silva. Like you get a chance for some people that are actually, like good talent that may be committed to other leagues. Like Dub's not committed to another league, but Dom is committed to other leagues. He's got a chance to be able to still give love to 239 like he can. And Pale is doing stuff in other leagues. I mean, there's plenty of captains and plenty of people that have other leagues going on. So I like that idea of the dynamic, like co-captain stuff. I think as time continues to go on, we'll find ways to get more captains interested or more people interested in captaining, as long as we can find effective ways to make teams even with the co-captains and give people more flexibility with what they can do when they captain. So like the instance of like season 15, I think at first we thought the rule was whatever co-captain it was had to play that night. Like you couldn't swap in and out. But then we found out by the end of the season, it was just better to give the captains whatever choice they wanted of whatever player needed to play, could play in whatever game they wanted to. And I think, I mean, for the most part, how's that been working with the league? Has there been any fuss about that?
No.
Okay. So, I mean, things are looking good.
It's been perfectly smooth.
Yeah. So
they can't play on the same night. It's fair, right? Like you say you put two of the best players on the league together.
One person. They just can't be on the ice at the same time.
And that's the best deal.
Play on the same night, can't play in the same game. So
that's
you can play
just
game 1 and 3, and the other guy plays game 2. You just can't be on the ice at the same time.
Yeah.
And that's a great rule because it doesn't restrict you if you want to do it.
Figo just asked me, and the answer is going to be no. Like I said, I don't know.
I
love Figo. I love Figo. Nothing to him. I just don't know enough about the league right now. Like I'd be doing a disservice to whatever team I'm a captain of. So I can't do it. Or else
But then you can blame Figo when it goes wrong because he set you up.
No, because everybody will blame Figo anyway. So I don't care.
Yes, you're not wrong.
I mean, you're not wrong. All right. So this was brought up in the chat, and it's something I actually want to talk about. I kind of forgot, so I'm glad it was brought up by Ian the Berean, making a comment towards captains. He said that he feels captains should scout players. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that you have to scout everyone in the fucking draft pool because that's not even realistic. Last season, as a captain, it's a smaller draft setup. And I scouted about 90% of the league, and I was still the person that did the most scouting, right? It's like you don't have to necessarily do that, but do your part to scout guys you don't know or guys that you maybe are not certain of position availability. As a captain, and here's the way I said it, and I think Dom said it as well, right? If you're going to do something, don't half-ass it, right? Like actually spend your time in doing something, do it right. So actually fucking get out there, scout occasionally, do the whole thing before the draft comes so we don't get to draft night and you got guys like Master Shotgun not even knowing how to fucking bid properly or whatever. You know what I mean?
If you're a vet, scout the new guys. Still get a chance to if you have a party 4 or 5, go into the scouting thread or go in the new chat or whatever the main chat. Just say, hey, new guys in the league. I mean, I'm a vet. I know most of the people here, but I want to give you a shot at least by seeing who you are. Because I mean, we've all fallen into that vet category before. We've taken people we know before we give somebody an opportunity. I mean, I've definitely seen it a million times. And then you have the new guys who come in that don't know all the vets. I think this season I was watching the draft. And Joe Stowe, if I remember correctly, wasn't drafted at all. And I'm sitting there going, why? And it was none of the new guys wanted to take him because they didn't know him. And then all of a sudden, the day of the draft ending, 20 minutes later, somebody dropped a player, picked up Joe Stowe. And I was like, okay. So either way, there still needs to be a sense of scouting. You know who you want. And you guys even said it earlier, when you start the draft in an auction, you have an idea of the player you want. And then you kind of have an idea what stems out from there. But you still should try to know every name on that spreadsheet that you do not know. You should have an idea of if they know how to pass or not. You don't need to know if they play their position well. You just need to know if they know how to use their analog sticks properly.
For sure. So, that's what I did. I'm drafting Schwartz. You know what I mean?
I'm taking Schwartz.
Ability. He wants to go for 80 bods. If y'all haven't heard, he wants to go for 80 bods. Nothing more, nothing less. 80 bods on the dot. Fucking pony up the dough, baby. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what captain is, but it won't be me. I'm so glad not the captain and have to spend the bods on a high-end guy because I just got to sit back and just wait to get collecting my minimum wage. You know what I mean? It's a blast. I love to see.
Maybe you'll be the Joe Stowe getting picked up from the waivers right after the draft.
If we don't add a bunch of captains, we might have a decent amount of waivers. I might, maybe I will be. Maybe I'll be a waiver.
And here's the bit. That's not a problem because even when you play as a waiver, captains are people always play, right? So it's say it's a Saturday night and you're always hey, who's looking to play? Finally, you get picked up and then you rip shit up and everyone's who the fuck's this guy? Next season, you go for $20. You didn't even get drafted. No, especially if you're new. If you're new.
Do you guys remember Rondon? You remember Rondon's first season? He went in either the extra rounds or was a waiver, and then got picked up, and then the next season got picked up in the first round.
That's what I'm saying. It happens all the time. So it's people fuck up. People
look. There's a lot of people in the chat right now watching, and I'm assuming some of those guys are newer to the league. If you're paying attention, listen very clear. Whether you get drafted in the first, there's no first round because it's an auction draft. Let's say you get drafted super high, you're drafted as a starter, you're drafted as a bench player on your team, or even if you go undrafted and you're a waiver. That is not the end of your season. Let's start there, right? People get picked up regularly, right? People then find ways onto teams and then they showcase actually what their skill set is. And then they find a way to then, hold a roster spot or a starting spot the rest of the season. And then they just mentioned with a few different guys where you have the opportunity then to, season after in following that one, fucking do good and continue.
Well, for an auction draft, you want to be taken for less anyway. You want to be
100%.
Oh yeah, if you get drafted for less, that's great. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I remember 3 seasons ago, Booch didn't get drafted, got picked up. Yep. Next season went for 25 bots.
Exactly. Like it absolutely happens with numerous amounts of guys. Just be in the chat. Be a consistent, steady member. If people want to play, reach out if you're available or whatever. Trust me, people in 229 are gonna always talk. We're gonna know people's skill sets eventually. Maybe not right when you fucking join the Discord because watch I can pull up the Discord right now and not name
40 bod minimum, by the way, for Schwartz. No, that's the only rule in 239 for per player. So remember that. Continue.
Look, I said it once and I'll say it again. 40 is the absolute max. If I'm captaining, 40 is the absolute max. I'm paying for any fucking soul. I don't care who you are. I'm not spending more than 40. I don't even want to spend 40. I don't want to spend more than 35. Mm-hmm. But that's kind of the thing. But Schwartz, Schwartz should have won MVP. We're not going there. We're not starting that topic. But the guy's gonna go for a hefty penny. So you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna go ahead.
I was making a joke with that. I just want Schwartz to go for a lot of money, so he hates himself.
He's gonna go for a lot of money. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
He'll feed his ego. He'll be like, I went for $60.
Schwartz, I want you and I on different teams so I can embarrass you and go for more the season after. Anyway, I'm just kidding, Schwartz. I suck. Anyway, continue.
All right, so out of the captain list that we have, this is entirely fucking random. Who is your fucking season 18 winner? Go ahead and just call him out right now. Dan, you can't pick yourself for obvious reasons just because I want to fucking hear you pick someone else. Cortez?
I pick myself. I'm not
Cortez?
Daily.
I'm giving I don't know, man.
Shout out to Daily. Where you at, bud?
All right, we're gonna go to Cortez for the first selection. Who do you got out of the captain list?
Jelly. Don't know why. I've always ripped on him in the past. Give him one upside for once. Do I think it's going to happen? No. But I'm just going to say it. So, yeah.
Endo, who do you got? Who's your captain to win it all out of the 13 that are selected? Might not even be the final 13 that are actual captains, but fuck it. The other 3 don't count because they're not here yet. You know what I mean? Whatever.
Fuck. It's going to be Dmart, I think. I mean, I ripped him the whole night, but if I had to be honest at this point, probably this idiot.
Great. That'd be cool.
But I mean, a lot of people. You know who you can get for cheap, and who's reliable.
Look at Dub calling me a choke artist. Was the last time
Hey, we threw that monkey off the back in season 15 , baby.
Yeah, we went
he's a choke artist if he's getting paid the
it.
big bucks. He's not a choke artist if he's making the decision. So.
I'm not even a person, Gallison. I feel offended, but if you want to know who I think is going to win, off the top of my head, fuck. I might go with Jelly because he's really good and probably, yeah. I mean, if he gets a good defensive core and decent center and a decent goalie, he doesn't really need another winger. He just needs a decent center. He needs all the goals. He's probably one of the best players, but dynamic players solo. So if he can put a good team together, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, and I'll hype him up because he's coming back, and we haven't seen him in a while. So welcome back, Jelly.
Okay, that's fair. I probably was gonna pick Jelly, but fuck that. I'm not going with the same shit that y'all are gonna fucking say.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna
mix that. Fuck off.
I'm gonna go. It's gonna be one of 2 guys. I don't necessarily know which side I'm leaning at this point. I'm gonna go with Young Buffalo and his entire LG fucking team that he invited to the Discord, or it's gonna be the co-captains of Croydon Knott and Pale Poner. Why do I pick those guys? Well, because I can't remember the last time a fucking Pale team won a title. Right? And eventually it's going to happen, right? The guy consistently puts out playoff teams. Eventually it's going to work out. He fucked up this year. He drafted Mr. Agerson. But,
wow.
At some point you're going to get a good team.
Shout out Dom Silva for the name.
Yeah, actually that's a great name. I absolutely love it.
It's the first time I've heard that.
Still used it to this day.
Dude, it's great. It's the AIDS man. But yeah, that's my selection. One of those 2 guys and their squads, or I guess one of those 3 guys, since one of them's a co-captain setup. But yeah, I don't necessarily know. Rumor has it though, with this season, Croydon Knight is not going to be drafting strictly off of your RP. So that's a positive.
The fact that was ever a thing is like
he's going to listen to the Everwise Pale instead. That's a great plan. I think you just stick to the CR list.
Well, I mean, Pale has this thing where he likes knowing the rookies, right? Well, Pale's got it in for him. He's got like 40 to check out. So the guy's got a lot of work to do. Good luck to him in figuring out who is who and, what they play and what their bod value is, because your guess is as good as mine at this point. Can't wait to see Mel Kiper's draft board and figure out who goes where and for what amount.
There's 112 people on it. It's a big ass board.
You're gonna be kind of busy with figuring all that out. But
so are we committing Drug to doing the preseason teams prior or the
show up time?
Auction? No. I know for him not coming here, the auction value for each player. Should we have him? Should we commit him to doing that?
Well, that's gonna be on the Mel Kiper thing. But how about this? How about Drug is guaranteed to have to do the power rankings for the beginning of the season?
All right, Drug, you heard it here first.
I'll get the Drug to do locks on the Mel Kiper board.
Dude, do not give him fucking locks of anything. The guy is
why? He's gonna butcher them, and we can just make fun of him.
Dude, he butchered them all season long. The only picks that Drug got right this season was when he picked against Kurdog's team.
That was every week until the end, until we finally called him out.
And the guy just doesn't know. Yes, Dub. Cortez is part-time this season. You have everything willing still, right, Cortez? Yes?
No. I think I changed. I don't remember. I really don't remember.
Left wing, center, right D.
All right, something like
left
like
wing,
that.
right D.
I literally
right wing.
I literally sent it to Odd. I was like, here's just some position, slap it on it.
All right, sick. So make sure you draft Cortez. He doesn't know what positions he's available for. If you want to scout him, just plug him in a spot. It might not be something he's eligible to play for you. But that's what he's here for. He's
plug him in.
Maybe we won't know
Can't
this.
play and watch him. Fucking watch the game.
You really don't want me. I haven't played a Sixes competitive thing since we won a belt, so I am bottom tier right now.
Cortez
you'll
is
be
gonna
great
be,
this
he's gonna be all right. He's only a part-time player. It's part-time.
Cortez, he'll be ready to go by playoffs. That's all you need. If you make the playoffs, you're laughing. But yeah, he's got a point. Like we've all been there. You take a season off or two, and it takes a couple of weeks to get back in at least. So give him a couple of weeks, but yeah, maybe the first 2 weeks it might be frustrating for some captains. But
I won't have it down by season 25.
Expect some spin. If you draft Cortez, you'll get a spinner too, and don't get upset.
Spin moves. That's my trademark. Spin move.
Those are OP this year. Fuck it.
If you spin and make a pass, or hell, if you spin and take a shot, the amount that Cortez's pants rise at that moment.
Oh, it is Empire State Building in effect.
It is.
I can't believe that thing is spin moving, thinking of Cortez. So that's what it's become.
You know what? I'm gonna separate off of Planny's top 10. I'm just gonna make the Cortez Spinorama show, and it's just gonna be anytime someone does a spin move.
It's just guys doing fucking spin moves. Doesn't matter if
to yourself, bud. Did it to yourself.
Be in their own defensive zone of fucking against nobody. There it is. Put them on the board. Doesn't matter.
I love how it used to be Dolly's thing, and I just took it from him completely. Dolly used to be the spin guy, and then it became my thing. I fucking hate it.
Dolly, if you're watching, we already know what your real thing is nowadays. Your real thing is about playing left wing as a lefty. That's your new bit.
You would average 4 spins a game where Dolly would do 2, so it really did become your thing.
Exactly.
You just got to show them up. It's just kind of fucked up.
Dolly, if you're listening, by the way, congrats.
Don't let them get to you.
Yeah, I always let everything get to me. That's why I'm a big boy. Anyway, Dolly, congrats on being a dad if you do listen to this at all by any means. We gotta get a real throwback show. We gotta get Daly, Dolly, Dom. We gotta get everybody back together. Shout out Joe Thornton.
Look. Let me just describe. Let me just describe Dom's room for you, right? Hold on. Let's set it right. Okay. So it's like this. It's super fucking dark. I got too much light in here. Hold on. All right, it's like this. This is Dom's room, right? And you got one fucking dim-ass fucking light hanging above him. And he's just, how you doing, guys? My name's Dom Silva, and I'm here to tell you about them. Okay. The guy is fucking in the pitch fucking dark.
I don't ever hear him talk like that, though. He's a very lively character.
You can see the hair gel, the 6 pounds of hair gel.
If it wasn't for Swifty in his fucking cave, right? Yeah, Dom would be the caveman, all right? I mean, I cannot believe it. This guy is just in the pitch fucking black. I don't know, man. It's great. But I would welcome, seeing a Thursday Throwdown crew, randomness. I mean, they would all get on. No one would fucking know a goddamn thing.
Ian said it best, the Thursday Throwback. Not even the Thursday Throwdown. It's the Thursday Throwback. That's a good show name. Ian, you're hired.
Ian, you're now sponsoring the show. Congratulations. Out of Niceville, Florida, Ian the Berean. Oh, man, you love to see it. So we've talked about a lot of stuff. We've hyped up a little bit of the next season. Here's my one. I really have like one more question, to be honest with you guys. With so many people in the draft pool, though, how do you think this affects guys that are signed up as part-time, that aren't captaining, but like actual draft-eligible part-time guys? Cortez, you're one of those. I mean, do captains purposely not go for particular part-time guys that are not like of like the guaranteed, like, hey, this guy's absolutely going to perform for me kind, because they don't want to fucking fill out a roster with, try the float method and have fucking a line A and line B basically kind of thing? Like, what are your thoughts, Anderson? Like, how do you feel that affects them, if any?
I don't think it'll have too much effect. I think people are, the captains are too smart. I think they're just going to go for talent, best talent available, whether it's full-time, part-time, and just, I mean, your game 7 line is pretty powerful, or your 4-game playoff line is pretty powerful. I mean, there's definitely been teams, as you know, that have won off of their game 7 line and gone all the way because you were somebody who's done it. So I think, the talent is talent, and I don't think it'll affect too much. If you're a really good player as part-time, you're still going to get taken for a good amount of odds.
Unless your Wizzy went for nothing last season.
Yeah, it's because of the drafting fucked
on
up.
how to fucking type in a goddamn Discord. You know what? Y'all make fun of my typewriter. Maybe you fucking should have my goddamn typewriter and figure out how to just
party with Cortez?
exclamation point bid space then a fucking number.
There was
Shotgun looking at you, exclamation point bud.
3 different players went for super cheap because the captains did not know how to type into their little keyboard there, and they just stopped bidding or stopped paying attention, and 3 guys went for like super cheap. That's kind of weird.
And can we talk about the captains that wait until the last possible second to try to bid in an auction draft when they should just bid anyway, and it doesn't work out and it breaks? They're like, but I bid anyway. It's like, no, the fuck you didn't, because you're stupid. Anyway.
Ran out of time. Yeah. If you're captaining, if you're listening and you're a captain, when Sniper tells you before the fucking draft how to do the draft, just listen. Sniper's going to make it as fucking brutally, easily set up as fucking possible. You almost can't fuck it up unless you like go full shotgun. Don't go full shotgun. Okay?
To go off your point, though, of like the part-time thing, I think there's some veteran type people in 239 that sign up part-time that might not have the same skill level they used to be, that can see a little bit of suffering in the sense of they might not get picked up. And hell, I could be one of those guys. But I think that people, like Anderson said, will take the people they know that either A, they're comfortable with, or B, know that they have the skill, over kind of shooting for the full-time person that may or may not work. So, I mean, me as a captain, I would take the 2 part-time guys. I believe I know how they work into my system before I just take a full-time guy because he's full-time. But that's me, though. So,
Dan, what about you?
Same as Cortez. He said it right. That's what it is. You just take the guys. Like, if you can get a part-time, like, look at playoffs. If you finish, if you get the good seed, you can pick the nights. You pick 4 games. You put your top guy in. If you got a great backup as well, and you already have 3 games to 1, like Dub is. It's kind of the Dub situation, right? So look where they're at. So that's all I'm saying. He's part-time. They're up 3-1 in the finals. He was a big difference maker. And sure, I didn't watch the series, but you talk to people and they tell you who was the difference maker. So that's it.
All right, and then
it's good to take him. I don't know if I'd spend 45 on Dub like he went for. His ego went a bit high, but I will give it to Dub. He had probably the best season he's had in his career, and he's been here since like season 4. So it was a good season for Dub. If he was full time, might be a Hart winner nominee.
I'd send him free on left wing. Didn't have to go fuck up nothing.
That's all I'm saying. Like part-timers can do it if you can do it right.
Okay, but
Dub back up.
But Dub had to do this, right? I mean, the guy went for 26 bods as a part-timer.
That's right. He didn't have to. There's a lot of he could have sucked
in.
He could have just
blown up.
And the problem with that too is like who's going to spit? What if he went to the last place team? Like, how's the season going to go? Right? I mean,
like for instance, perfect example with that is Cosmic. Cosmic played part-time one season, I think, for Shock. And Shock did the auction draft, and he paid like Shock paid like 35 or something like that for part-time Cosmic. And Cosmic had to try to carry that team, but they didn't make playoffs.
Well, the best part about
One
that,
person
if you remember, he got nominated, right? And then Shock went ahead and bid 30 on him out the gate. Like, it didn't start anywhere but 30. It was like, whoa, like what? Like,
exactly.
Chill.
So it is what it is. That's where it comes down to the whole captains who have brains, whether they have skill or not, kind of thing.
Yeah. So Dan, it's seemingly a very popular question in the chat. Where are you at right now? Because it seems like you might be at a strip club. Maybe you're developing film.
My LED lights, because every time someone comments on my fucking thing, I'm just changing it. So it's just getting awkward at this point, and I'm very uncomfortable. Okay, I'm getting
my green screen's there because I have a strip pole right here, and like we'll get the video chat. He needs the lighting for the effect. I just kind of get here so the effects are there.
You know, that's some late night. That's some late night 239. Now that's some. You gotta tune into Johnny Blaze's OnlyFans to get that kind of content.
You know what? I'll put it back to red.
Oh yes, baby. Woo! No, but in all honesty, though, I don't know, man. I'm excited to see how everything unfolds. I necessarily don't know where a lot of these captains kind of are going to start with their teams. I think that's kind of one of my favorite things to kind of focus on is you see with like the first or second guy that a guy picks up in an auction draft where their plan is. You know what I mean? Especially if there's guys that can play maybe like multiple position. Like for instance, Dan can play, right wing or right D, right? Obviously, he's got Dom as his part-time guy. He's going to play, I'm assuming, right wing. But there's guys that occasionally season in and season out can play maybe forward, could play defense, right? Where do they actually slot these guys that they're going to end up taking? Hergy, for instance, he can play right wing. He can play center. How does their draft go? Plenty of guys can rotate. Seeing that, and then, I like to watch the rookies, but there's a fucking lot of them to watch. So if you were a rookie,
if you get through 15 pages on Pornhub, you can get through some rookie pages. Let me tell you what. You
make it to 15?
Dude, you can catch me getting to 1,237 if I really feel like.
I gotta admit, man, you got some stamina, my guy. So it's the eye stuff, right?
Yeah.
For sure.
Just kidding. This is a Christian family show. Thanks for coming.
Sponsored by insert your favorite
ChristianMingle.com.
Boom. All right. So, Anderson, what do you have for us? I'm just going to send it to you at this point. Do you have any questions, concerns, comments for everyone here? I feel like you do.
I feel like I do. No,
maybe you want to explain how you almost lost to the Cowboys? Maybe you explain how your team sucks and you're the worst 11-0 team in NFL history. You can go about that topic, or you can just talk about,
I think we were the second worst.
Something 239 related.
Second worst 11-0 team in history, but fuck all that shit now. I'm excited for the next season. Hopefully these finals get the fuck over with so we can move on to the next season. I know everybody's kind of antsy in the chat box for everything to get going here. So we got a shit ton of rookies, like you said. So I'm also excited to see these guys. Gonna have to put on the all 22 and start scouting some of these guys for the big board, because I think there's like 30 guys I don't know about. So gotta figure out about some of these new guys, and it should be a good season. We need another captain or two, so hit up Young Money Kelch Money over here if you want to be a captain. And that's about all I got.
All right. Well, fuck it. We're just gonna make this to the point where we're sending around the fucking horn. That's Anderson's turn. Dmart, go ahead, buddy. Got any final words for us? Any comments on your way out?
No. Have fun in the finals, guys. Don't get reverse sweeped. Odd. That would suck. This is your time to shine. Get that win.
That would.
Other than that, yeah, the new guys get drafted. Get your scouting games in. Don't at everybody fucking every 3 minutes, because I probably won't scout you. But if you're reasonably respectful about it, yeah, I'll do it. I'm just kidding. But seriously, yeah, I'll go in the scouting channel and I'll check it out. Like, it's still 10 days away, so I think, or at least until in my head, when a season would even start, 10 for 2 weeks at least in my head. Maybe it's less, but who knows? But I'll probably get it on start scouting soon. So check out the scouting lobby, boys, in the Discord, and that's it.
Captains, I'm not worth anything more than 5 bods. Remember that. I mean, I am part-time, so maybe 1 bod. But no, it's gonna be a good thing to see the season coming back. Dan, I'm sorry I cut you off. I just was.
Oh, I was done. I was shutting her.
I was trying to get that transition point, but
It was perfect.
love you. Anyway, okay, I just double blinked. Anyway, it's good to be back. I hope that this season runs fluid and smooth for everybody. Rookies, I really hope you take this chance this season and really showcase yourselves, because the rookies who normally showcase themselves really well help build that sense of community even more and make 239 what the league it really was when it first came around. And I think that's kind of a great place that we establish and build from. And I really hope that everybody gets a chance to showcase themselves, has a good team. Captains, please do your research. Please don't be idiots. Please don't ruin the season for yourself and everybody else. And let's have some fun. We'll get some media out. We'll have some good times. These guys are doing their the Faceoff, and Johnny Blaze and Hollywood, and even Marine Mike with his 17 other gamer tags doing a media show now as well. So we're getting there. So just make sure to be in tune. Stay in tune. Use the Discord. Be on the website. Do the stats. Shout out Joe Thornton, and I'm excited for season 18.
Well, one, I want to say thank you guys for showing up. Unlike DrugMonkey RX, again, if you are on Discord right now, I want you to tag DrugMonkey RX and tell him, just say whatever you want. Put a fucking emoji, say fraud, say whatever you want. Just post it and let's move from there. I forgot to talk about this, and I got a message to bring it up because I did forget what topic was it. But this is the direct message from none other than Brandon Cripps. He has a speech in some sort of a sense for winning the Vesna. He said, I want to thank my team for getting me in the position to win the Vesna. Brick City did not deserve it. I am the better goalie. This just proves it. So
I need a screenshot of this.
That is Brandon Cripps, ladies and gentlemen. Dmart will be bidding about 40 bods for him, so you're not going to get him. 46, there you go. But other than that, everyone that's in this show right now, thank you for tuning in. Guys that are going to watch it later, appreciate you taking the time out to watch it when you got the chance. If you're in the Discord now, be active. All new guys, we want you here. Make 239 your home. Wait to see y'all guys develop. But other than that, this is the Face-Off. I am Young Kelch. This is an amazing crew. We love you guys. Sharks are going to suck.
Thank you, Johnny Blaze, for the back work. Thank you. Back in.
Yeah, nice job, Blaze.
Anytime, guys. Appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you. Oh, now I got to reach the top of here. Fuck.